welcome back to Latin Guitar Mastery. What you just heard was an excerpt of my arrangement of Vivaldi's Winter Concerto, which is originally a concerto grosso for strings in G minor, and I've adapted it for guitar. And this is the guitar tutorial for it. Of course, I would love you to watch the full performance of it, which is available on the link below. And then that'll give you a little bit of context to what I'm going to be teaching. I'm going to be sharing the notation and the tabs on screen. But of course, I'd love you to buy the sheet music and join my membership platform, LGM Members, which you can do at latinguitarmastery.com to get access to all my arrangements and lots of lessons. Anyway, let's get stuck in. Okay, so to set this up, we're going to start with an open D string, but we're also going to have our finger on the 9th fret, 3rd string, which is an E. We're going to put our second finger on 11, which is an A sharp, and then on the 15th fret. Now that's a bit of a stretch, but that's the chord. So we want to have all of that set up ready to go. And the tempo that I'm playing at is around 115 for a quaver, but we're going to go nice and slow. And obviously you can go as fast as you like. The actual original Vivaldi is closer to 140, but that's a bit beyond my solo capacities, just because there's so much going on. But I still think it's works quite well at this tempo. So we're going to start with the first bar, and I should say that we're playing in D minor, and the original's in, I think it's G minor. So we're going to get those quaver beats established with the D, and then we're adding I'm keeping it very short. Just putting your fingers back with your right hand, and then building the tension. Just play and then plant it, and then add the first string as well, getting a bit louder. All right, now that's hard enough, but we're going to have to now bar this 9th fret, so we get the C sharp as well. So we're going to go. Okay, so that was bar 5, and obviously the slower you do it, the harder it is on your left hand, but you don't want to go too fast because the demi-semi-quavers are going to get pretty fast. All right, then from that chord, we're going to go now to a D minor chord, which is a bit of a relief, and I would go sort of a bit quieter here, just to contrast. Then we're going to go down to 6, 8, 7, which is a G minor chord with a D bass. Then we're going to go 8, 10, 11, which is a diminished chord, again with just the D pedal, keeping that really consistent. Then we go to an E chord with a D pedal. Back to the diminished chord, now it's a D sharp bass. And then we get an E sus4 to an E for 4 beats. And that's the end of the sort of opening. The next bit is the demi-semi-quavers, and very tricky, kind of arpeggio style, but also repeated notes. So it's arpeggios with repeated notes. So we're going to go basically A in the bass and this A minor arpeggio. So okay, so we're going A, then high A, pull off 5th fret, which is C, A, pull off E, C, C, pull off A. A little faster. You have to find a way with your right hand. So I usually go MI and then pull off and then play with an A. And then you go back with an MI or IM. Then you can put those two slurs in. So first slur A to G, just an A natural minor going down. So all of that is done double speed to what you were just doing. So it's like twice, and then we end up on an A minor, followed by chords. That's the first demi-semi-quaver movement. Then we're going to go to the 5th fret, bar that, half bar. We're going to go so C, then higher C, pull off, use your A finger. Now we're going to do the E here on the 9, pull off. So I'm using the 3rd and the 4th string. And then the scale coming down. C, B, A, G sharp, F sharp, E, D. You can pull off the first one. I think the best way to do it is like that. So we're using a 2nd and 3rd fingers. And then the arpeggio here. And then we're going up to the 12th fret. Octaves here, E, pull off to 8, 10, open. So the first E is open and then the second E is here. Scale coming down. A minor. And then instead of going to the chords, we go straight into, which is staccato. And we've got the A sharp and the B, C sharp and the G. Then we start to move a bit more and we have a bar chord again. We're going to go the D minor chord. So alternating I and MA. And then what happens now is move that bar down 2 frets to the 8, and we're going to continue that pattern. Okay, so it's so from there to there, bit of a stretch, and then the bass goes down, and we're going to go 10, 11, 12. So we're going to go, and then we're going down again, but this time we're going, okay, and then, so those are the chords, and we then do an A strum, and we get into the main theme. So we're going to go down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. So keep doing the down ups, but the first rhythm is demi-semis. Then D minor pattern, and then G minor. So in terms of strumming it, I just use the tip of my finger. So we're going to go C chord, C7. So some people like to do the F major 7 here, or you can just do a normal F. And then we're going to go to a B flat major 7 chord. You can also just do like a slightly bigger strum. And A7. Okay, so this is the probably the most challenging part of the piece. So in order to do this, that's how a violinist would play it. But I've chosen to do a kind of a cross string pattern. So that's the first one with the D bass. Then we have the pinky, the 4th finger moving up to, then we go 7 and 5, like that, and then something like that, and then it's just getting that third finger to substitute the fourth finger. So coming out of this, you have to suddenly go it's quite challenging, and so you need to keep this within some sort of playable tempo. But once you get through that, then I think the scales get easier. Then we're going to go, so this is just all hammer-ons 3 times, and then the third time we swap direction. We do that 4 times, and then we do this upward scale from the D. And then we move down 2 like that, and then down. It's really good to put those bass notes in. Three of those, and then we're going to go. Now I've taken the bass notes out of this part, so it's just, and then we go into our kind of arpeggio in A7. Okay, and then what happens here is you put and play the C sharp with your thumb. All right, so this is quite a frantic and continuous passage. So once we've gone from it continues at that pace to the next. And I'm using the thumb for the main melody and the I for the A note. Then we're going to a D chord. Then we're going to a G. Okay. E7, big strums, and then we go to an A minor 9. As soon as you've played that, we have to go P, M, P, A, P, M, like that, and then we get a G chord. Now, this is the type of C we're going to play, but straight away you put the third finger there. Then we go F chord, G chord, so we end up with a C chord, and then to continue the C bass we're going to go to the 8th fret, like that. Adding the D on the 12th for 4 beats, adding the F, adding the G, so you have to bar it there, right? So a bit of a stretch. Now we're going to move down to, okay, so we've got G, F, D, keep it short. Now we're going to go to the C chord here, C7 chord, that's a bar chord there. And then an F chord like that, and I like to put the trill there, which is optional. And then we're going to move up to D7, again G trill, then the same chord to our G7 chord. You can keep the open 3rd string here, and we're going to go C and an E. Okay, so from there, we move into our more melodic section. So we're going, have to bar the 8, pull off, open, then we're going to go to our C chord here, then we go F, okay, let's do that again. Then we go F chord, slide up. So what we're going to do here is bar chord. So because we have to bar that because we're going to go like that. Then we go G with a B, stretch to the 12, 4, so that takes care of that kind of slightly slower movement section. And now we're going to go into our demi-semiquavers again, playing a PI, MI all the way through like this. So we start off with up to 12, stay on 12, we open A bass with 10 and 12. So from there, I use the second finger and then I move like that. So I'm going the B here. Then we're going to move that up. So, and then bar chord. Now back up to the 4th string. This moves a little faster now. We only do 2 arpeggios per chord shape. Like that, and then okay, so that's quite a really lovely pattern of suspensions. Then you slide that across. Beautiful chords. So you have to sort of be aware of the tension resolution. Okay, then we slide this first finger down to D. We go C there, hold that note there, and now we go into chords, A7 moving up to the D minor, just the same P, I, M, A together. And then we repeat the final theme. But this time we go to the top octave higher. So we're going to go. So probably with the I finger. Then my C7. Again. Or you go, and then we're going to go. This is pretty hard because we're doing 10 on the top 3 strings like that. So if that feels really difficult, just bring the bass up an octave. Like that, and then G minor. And we've got this little arpeggio like that. D minor, G minor, A7, and then back to D minor here, G minor,